Morning, people. I'm back. Let me just get my notes up. Okay, so thank you for being here. Welcome, new subs. I can see you all coming in. I want to say thank you again for your loving messages as I've been in my Phoenix burning, still in it, but feeling more energized and coming back slowly. So we continue. This week, it could be very loud and very quiet all at the same time. It's a bit of a contradiction. Friday the 23rd is the autumn equinox, which talks about the balance of the light and the dark. And Sunday the 25th is the Libra New Moon, balance. So I've picked up what I'm sensing is the strongest energy. So the sun and moon obviously are going to be in Libra. And they are both in an opposition to Jupiter retrograde in Aries and to Neptune retrograde in Pisces. So just a few points and thoughts that I've gathered this morning. So sun and moon in opposition to Jupiter retrograde in Aries. And that's saying stop looking out to meet your needs. With Jupiter in retrograde, there's kind of less of an expansive feel within Aries. It's almost like it's being turned inwards. And, you know, as I reflect on the archetype of Aries, and I remember on the other channel, when I used to do monthly readings for the signs, I'm sure I've had this conversation with the archetype of Aries to stop going out and start coming in. And with the sun and moon in opposition to Neptune, that could bring in a lot of kind of foggy, hazy, dreamy energy, which can be harnessed like a magic carpet to go back into the self. So Aries, this Aries energy in the new moon, stop looking out to meet your needs. See what you crave within. Find what you crave within. Name what is it you crave. Yeah. What is it I crave the most? And capture that. And then maybe build a little thought process around it, and maybe build a space in the home around it, and maybe allow a little altar to gather around that. Ready for little post-it notes and thoughts. What is it I crave the most? Because this I strongly guide you this week is to keep going down through the layers of superficial need. Because Aries is the first house of desire, and very often the desire can become conflated in material gain. There's a real challenge here. There's a challenge. Let me keep reading. Okay. Self-sacrifice of external motivation. So it's letting go of one or two externally motivating, identifying, defining aspects of self. To transcend into a higher version of the self. What is your place in the group is what it's asking, because Libra wants the balance. So Aries is the I, and Libra wants the balance. Yes, but where are you in the group? How do you serve others as well as serve yourself in a balanced way? And this isn't all pointing at Aries. I'm saying the challenging energy is going to be Aries. So Aries stands opposite Libra, and they are challenging one another. Libra wants balance, Aries wants I. Okay. So Aries is cardinal fire, and they lead. They are the archetype of leadership. But has Aries ever thought about leading from the back? And can Aries be without the accolade of success and instead find something more humble in shepherding others to find their own success? Finding abundance in the simple things that are here now. Finding abundance in what lies within. The oyster shell of the soul. Yeah, cute. So let's look at Neptune in Pisces. I mean, this is dreamy as it gets. So Neptune is retrograde in Pisces. Sun and Moon are in opposition to that. So obviously Pisces and Aries are neighbors on the wheel. Searching for something transcendental, something to take you above the fray of a world in pieces and to be able to deeply perceive the psyche at a soul level. And watch out for empathy fatigue. Watch out for overgiving without an open heart. So that's like the hinge point. The challenge is, do we come out of that it's kind of the old Piscean resentful giving. I gave and I gave and I gave and nothing came back. Okay, so it's attachment to outcome, it's entitlement, victim is in there. And seek the elevation of, can I give? Can I open my heart wide enough to give, cut the ties and walk away? Totally giving. And can I balance that in the giving without depletion? It's beautiful. I'm loving the to and fro of this energy. It's polar more than dualistic. Okay. Empathy fatigue, overgiving without an open heart, potentially excessive dreams and visions. Last night, no sleep, no sleep. So the dreams and visions could go very, very wide and could cause a soul to lose focus, to get really kind of lost in the dreaminess. So again, there's a balancing of how can I regulate this energy and how can I harness it to plan a better future for myself, build a better future for myself. And we'll be in the tension of that. I believe Thursday this week, the moon will aspect Saturn. So Saturn will go, hold steady just for a minute. No, but I want to be in the dreamy. No, hold steady. No, I'm going to hold you. And what can you push against? What can you push against to push through? What can you formulate and bring into being? Okay, before we go into the new moon at the weekend. Okay, excessive dreams and visions, which may lead to tiredness in the absence of sleep. So sleep's still a thing of the past. And this is a new one. A few days ago, I woke up at 3 in the morning and found myself being called in by my team to do some cord cutting, which I haven't done for ages. And it was the most elegant cord cutting I've ever done. So ties are dissolving, and these are soul ties, and they are also ties to old situations that we haven't quite let go of. And the vision I was given was Gulliver's Travels. Do you remember that? Where Gulliver is held down relatively with short, stringy string because he's a giant. And the image I was given was Gulliver just wriggling enough, harnessing enough energy to snap those ties and come back up to his full height. So we have bonds dissolving at the moment. So Libra as an archetype speaks of balance and justice. They're the typical archetype values. But with this astrology, it gets deeper and is asking the question of who am I in this collective? How do others perceive me? Is how others perceive me true to who I am inside? In other words, is there a gap between my soul expression and my personality in the world? And if so, how can I close that gap and come into a greater alignment of how I more fully balance those aspects, internal, external, soul, personality, of expression within me? So there's a dare, isn't there? There's a dare to step onto stage, to bring all of yourself, more of yourself. Maybe the big question is, do I answer this higher calling and believe in a better life for myself? So another challenge. All right, that's it for the notes. And I shuffled the cards, so Black Moon, of course. And the first card out is, well, if that doesn't have Aries written all over it, desire. The first house is self. It's just beautiful fire that is, it's really, it's one that, stop. Right, okay. So what just happened there was just too much coming in, stop. So it's going to regulate, taking control. So that's the difference between service in servitude and service to the collector and to the collector. And you've got to sort the pacing. So it's a giving of responsibility rather than a taking of it all. This is a lovely energy. It's challenging, it's refining, it's about the balance of integrity. I like this energy. So 3710-1 is active intelligence. It's just alive, this energy. I mean, and how do we harness that and pull it in without triggering a daily phoenix? How do we regulate all of that energy and fire? But it's here. How do we be in all of that fire when we're exhausted? Again, there's that balance. You remember I was talking about the avalanche, and I'm seeing the avalanche happening in my small corner of the world. There's this deeply resting, I'm so fatigued, underlying, and on the top, snow's going, I'm off. It's like, okay, I need to regulate this frenetic, sudden activity with my body's bone deep need to rest. And that's about take control, coming into mastery. To come into mastery, you've got to learn the word no. I cannot help you right now. So again, it's that regulation. It's kind of in all sorts of directions. Can you feel it? It's that it's the active intelligence. It is that active intelligence. And that's why I love these cards. Yeah, Libra. I balance. I believe it's Libra's 7th house. Yeah, because Virgo's 6th house. Libra's 7th house, the house of relationship. Okay, so that's balancing every relationship. Relationship with people, relationship with the earth, with nature, with animals, with food, sex, drugs, rock and roll, relationship. I balance. How can I balance this? And it might take the real harnessing of fire to cause change. So there's great potential for change. Oh God, come on, look at this. I just put these two together. Okay, first house, Aries, the body, and that might simply speak into, but I'm tired. I know what needs to be done, but I'm tired. And how do you make that decision? How do you make that decision? Don't look to me, I'm not answering it. 4th house, Cancer, home, hearth, family, balance, love, relationship. Oh, okay, I've got Lilith coming in now. Where is Lilith? Where is Lilith? Okay, well, I've got Lilith coming in. I can only see where she is in my chart and I can't see past that. Oh, right. Okay. So Cancer speaks to the feminine, it speaks to the mother, and I've got Lilith coming in. And there might be opportunity and challenge to work on all these nines. I'm just looking at the clock. 19, 9, and it's 9:30. And what I'm getting is there's a really lovely, soft kind of give in. Just give in. Stop fighting for the point, Aries. Aries wants to win. Cardinal fire, it's leading. Sometimes we need to learn to lead from the back, and maybe sometimes we need to hold the fort while someone explodes. Remind ourselves, this isn't about me. And again, rebalance that. Where do I take things personally? Thanks, Lilith. That's a nice angle to that. And again, it's teaching us self-regulation and self-mastery. It's like standing on a seesaw. It will be like standing on a seesaw, strengthening the core, because you need a strong core to be able to stand and balance a seesaw. Lovely, loving that. And the underlying energy is the philosopher, the Sagittarius in the 9th house of faith. To have faith in, again, we asked the question earlier of, can I build a better life for myself? Thank you, great reminder. Next underlying energy is we're coming into eclipse season, October, 3rd week in October. We have the new moon in Scorpio. I'll do a video, so if I've got that wrong, I'll correct it. We have a partial eclipse in Scorpio. So for the sensitives among us, we might already be feeling, and maybe that in the dissolving of those ties, we're already in pre-eclipse energy, we're already dissolving ties, because, you know, really what I'm getting loud and clear is to slow down for the last 3 months of the year. There is no hurry. There is so much going on. I had a chat with somebody the other day about Phoenix energy. And Phoenix energy takes a while. I mean, a good long minute to come into all that 9 energy, the sacrificing of the ego, perfectly depicted by the 1st house of Aries. And I want the accolade. Can I let go of the accolade? Still do the job to the best of my ability and find the joy within rather than seek the accolade. Without, that's the dying of the egoic light into the spiritual light. That's what takes us to the next level. The dying into that 9, to dissolve back into the void and then come out in the 1. 1910-1. It's a 1910-1 day. I can't be bothered to do the numerology on the whole date, but the day. There's a 1910-1. It is that dissolving and rebirthing. It's lots of opportunity. So there might be a quick, I'm loving how these are just coming straight off the bottom. So it might be quite a quick mercurial mind. It is. See how quickly it came in just then. So again, it's regulation. Just slow it down. Last night I was screaming at my team. Stop this now. No more downloads tonight. I have a busy day tomorrow. I need to sleep. I don't think I did a brilliant job. It was just brain on fire all night. Okay, all right. Wasn't going to mention it, but Thursday there is a 20-hour void of course moon. And during that phase, the moon will aspect Saturn. That's what I mentioned earlier. That's where that comes from. So it's Moon Magic, Jenny, can't remember her name. Beautiful reader, Moon Magic. Yeah, there is a 20-hour void of course. Void of course moon is where the moon isn't moving straight out of one sign into another. There's a space where it isn't being too heavily influenced by other astrology. That happens on Thursday, 21, 22nd, 22/4. Interesting. All right, I'm going to wrap this up now. Goodness sake. 7th house. Oh my God. Oh, damn. I'm just going to let the cards do the words. Okay. So we have 7th house of Libra, partners, relationship. So we have Black Moon Lilith coming in with the moon, expressed as soul. And the balance point is, where do I express from soul? That's going to kick up all my... And where do I express through egoic personality and how I want you to see me? Okay, and we all do it. Don't let there be any judgment or shame. We all do it because we live in an intolerant world with not enough love. So we're going to use love to wrap this reading up. Goodness, goodness, goodness. How interesting. So if I speak into this esoterically, rather than, you're going to meet the person of your dreams. Esoterically, this is about balancing the internal with the external. The how do I love myself and how do I love you? How do I know myself within and how much of that do I express without? It's like having two hearts, the heart within that only you know the truth of, and the heart without that other people know you by. And the gap, and there will be a gap. And so we nurture the gap. I get with this, the tree of soul, like nature that is within us, that we might be a bit shy to bring out or even speak about. Okay, if you were a tree, what tree would you be? And how can you harness that energy to nurture you? This is Neptune, dreamy. This is dreamy. The Queen of Trees. And how do you nurture your nature? That's it. That's it. How do you nurture your nature? Bear with me. That's it. That's it, peeps. Let's have one abundance card to close this reading, please. Thank you. Yeah. If all of these points are aspects of self, you can draw poles between all of them to bring them all into balance. The inner self, the heart, or you could say the physical, the astral, and the etheric body. How big do you want to go with this? Because, you know, Neptune in Pisces. Your path, yours. Not theirs, yours. That might make you a bit of a freak in the collective. The challenge is, can you bring that? And again, we have faith, 9th house. the house of faith. Help me trust there is a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. Perfect. Can I build? Have faith. There is a better life. Have faith. Stay with it. That's it, my darlings. It's lovely to be back with all pistons firing. Well, maybe one down and resting on a couch somewhere, but yeah. Have a great week. Take care, and I will be back with you soon. Bye.